بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مشاهدينا الكرام، أهلا وسهلا بكم. معنا من العاصمة أوتاوا في أونتاريو في كندا الأخت حنان إلايتي لتحدثنا عن العريضة أو البيتيشن التي قامت بها من أجل المهاجرين الجدد. كلنا مررنا بهذا الدور، كنا مهاجرون، كنا ممن تعب وعانى في بداية حياته في كندا، ولكن القادمون الذين أتوا في الشهرين الأخيرين قبل مشكلة فيروس كورونا يعانون الآن معاناة كبيرة. ومن هنا هذا اللقاء مع الأخت حنان إلايتي. فأهلا وسهلا، قدمي نفسك من فضلك.
Good evening everybody. أنا اسمي حنان إلايتي، بعيش في أوتاوا. جيت لكندا كنت صغيرة، جيت أعيش مع أمي الله يرحمها. جيت عندي 15 سنة، كملت الهاي سكول هنا وأخذت كل دراستي بالجامعة هنا. اختصصت بالعلم الإجرام وبعدين رحت على الماسترز ديجري وعملت كونسلينج اللي خلاني أشتغل مع ال Government of Canada. ابتديت my career بالcounseling of all staff within my department, and then بعدين غيرت للcoaching, executive coaching, the organizational health, and also now I moved on to strategic planning for my department, and it got me to grow my career into the management field. My mission in life and what I love doing is actually helping people grow and finding their path.
أخت حنان، موضوع الإيميجرانتس أنا شايف إنه شد اهتمامك، وأنتي عملتي بيتيشن هنتكلم عنها، لكن الآن أشوف ليش أنتي مثلا اهتميتي بموضوع الإيميجرانتس لو سمحتي.
وفي شقين أنا ليش اهتميت بالموضوع بتاع الإيميجرانت. أولاً أنا إيميجرانت وكمان كندية، وبعتز بالكندية اللي عندي وبالأيدنتي الكندية اللي عندي، بس كمان أنا مغربية لأصل وجيت على كندا، وكان لازم أمر من نفس التجارب ومن نفس الأحاسيس ومن نفس التجارب الحياة يعني كل يوم، وأتعلم كيف أعيش مع الكنديين وكيف أتعامل مع المؤسسات وكيف أكون عايشة يعني in harmony with both cultures. So بحب عندي حب لكندا مجنون، بس عندي حب للمغرب، ودايما بقول إنه أنا مغربي، أبويا المغرب وماما كندا، so بعيش بالهارموني مع الاثنين. والشق الثاني إنه أنا دايماً كنت باختصاصي بالكونسلينج، واختصاصي وحبي للناس، بحب الناس وبحب أشوف الناس ناجحين وبحب أشوف الناس فرحانين، يعني they're happy and they're passionate about what they do. So I always wanted to do something for immigrants, and I always wanted to give back because I also had that help from my Canadian friend when I came, and now it's my time to give back to the community.
هل احتكيتي يعني شفتي الناس من المهاجرين الجدد اللي في الشهرين الأخرانيين وصلوا البلد وبيعانوا؟
طبعا هو اسمح لي أقول لك إنه دايما من سنين أنا بس بشوف الناس بيجوا لكندا وبيجوا باختصاصات وبيجوا بدراساتهم بيجيبوا كتير معاهم to give Canada back. وكان في مشاكل وبشوف إنه في شيء ناقص، يعني في شيء مش موجود in the government system. يعني we need there is some advocacy that we need to do for this group of expert people. The last few months, just before COVID-19, I've came across families that made the decision. These people made the decision to leave home, to leave their career, to sell their houses, their cars, to change their kids' school, to change everything that they grew up to know, and they picked Canada as home. I know when you're back home in where you were in the world, you have been there are so much promotions happen for Canada. Canada invested time, invested money to go in these countries and to advocate for Canada as a land for immigration. And these people got convinced and they made the hardest decision to come. Now, when they come here, it's a different story. When they come here, they're left to themselves. They have to find a lot of information, and they have to knock so many doors before they hit the door that is actually going to open for them. I do believe that each one of us, and I want to be precise with you, Mr. Hamad, that I'm targeting the experts. We all are aware of the Express Entry to Canada program, and this is a program that targeting professionals, that targeting doctors, engineers, IT, lawyers, nurses. Canada is actually focused on certain field, and these people are here thinking that they're going to find jobs, and that's why Canada want them here. But once they're here, again, that's the gap that I am passionate about. I believe that Canada wants them here. We want them to stay. They're really important for our economy. They're really important for our society. They just need a little bit of hand-holding just at the beginning of their transition. Everywhere you go, we change province and we're lost. Imagine when you change your homeland. I want to work with the governments. I want to work with organizations. I want to work with the community to actually tighten the gap. And that's what we need to work on. And that's what targeted. It got me to think deeply about what I can do to help this community hit the ground running and how Canada can leverage on their expertise, education, and eagerness to succeed and to make family here. That's what I am here to do.
We know that there are programs by the government. They try to handle the problem in helping the newcomers, but most of the time we feel that they are not, I cannot say successful, but there is a percentage of people who miss the road and they do not reach their goals after immigrating to Canada. And some of them say, was it a mistake that I've done this? Can you talk about this?
I did come across that. I don't know what they were told back home and what the marketing strategy was when they had to go to maybe to hear a webinar or to go to some information session about what can you do to come to Canada. I'm just going to speak briefly because I don't want to miss any important points, but we all know that each family, each individual had to go and knock on the 24 stops before they get a visa to come to Canada. One of them, they had to pass a test for language. The other one, they need to score for some points to make it to a form and to be accepted to come in. So all of this process, it lasts a year. It's a year of uncertainty. It's a year of being in the lull and in the waiting game. And that creates high expectations that, okay, well, if I am going through all of these hurdles to come to a country, it better be worthwhile. So when they come here, again, I'm not pointing fingers. I am certain that there are budgets allocated for helping immigrants and newcomers. I do trust the government that they have been thinking about that, and they have been also giving subsidy to communities and organizations. In my observation and what it seems to be lacking, it's some roadmap that is clear with concise websites, with concise phone numbers that actually somebody is going to be given meaningful guidance and meaningful advice. What I see is that it's an overflow of information. It's a many websites available, many information is available, and people get lost. So what they go to is that I asked a friend, my friend told me, my neighbor said, is I do encourage that people leverage on their network, but why aren't we making this easy from the get-go? I do see I don't see why would it be hard to give them a roadmap of here is what you need to do a first week, here is who you can contact within your province, within your city, and week 1, week 2, maybe month 1, month 2, and also get them educated, because the more we invest in helping them get some orientation, meaningful orientation, not just workshops left, right, and center, it'll save us time. It'll save them a lot of stress and a lot of emotional drainage. They don't need that. It's already hard. There is a process that they need to go through to accept the change. Even though they made the decision to come here, once here, it's a different story. Everything is different. So I think governments they have the means and the tools. Maybe we need to polish our tools, their tools, to better fit the need. That's what I think.
Okay, so it is the roadmap for the newcomers which need to be tweaked by putting clear points for them that when you come, you start with this, you should do this and that. Especially professionals who think when they got the visa, PR visa, that it's finished, I'm going to land in a job within a week. And this doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen, and it's a big slap in the face. If anything, this is not what you want to give to a professional who invested education time, who are invested career years to build an expertise and skill sets, who may feel that Canada needs them, and then when they come here, I don't see a justification for starting from zero. And some of us starts from -0. And I do have high respect for all of those that I met and talked to, that they were willing to do any job just to work. They're not used to sitting home doing nothing. They want to study, they want to do workshops, they want to learn about the culture, but they want to know about the culture through work. These are people who never been home. They want to hit the ground running and they want to work. I can tell you, Mr. Hamad, that there is a study that I came through, I think a year or two ago. I was clearly explaining the problem that we're going to face in Canada. In 2034 and up, we will have more positions open and less people ready to occupy those high-level positions. And this is why Canada went out to get immigrants and to get newcomers that are educated and professionals. Now, these people need to find this path, and they need to start somewhere. They need to work in their line of expertise. Why are we not recognizing their education, like maybe doctors' examples? I feel we're losing as Canadian if we're not leveraging on all of that knowledge. There must be something we can do to maximize on their expertise and knowledge. This is what I don't understand. I just don't understand, honestly. And I feel that it's just that we never really voiced our need. Because as immigrant myself, it took me time to be assertive. It took me time to learn how to be assertive. I don't want to make noise. I don't want to cause problems. But that's not causing problems. This is educational. This is raising awareness. This is helping our government to make the right decisions, because it is something in it for Canada. This is not charity. This is not pity. This is actually good for our economy. And I think together we can help our government make the right decisions.
Okay. Now, coming back to the point of the petition. I know that you raised this petition and you are getting feedback, which is good, and people are signing it. Now, tell me something about this petition, please.
The petition, I started it last night, Ottawa time, around midnight. because the way it started is that I never seen this coming. I started helping a family, and this is a family of two educated couple with a small kid. And I was trying to help them find information, and um, I was raised here, and I work within the government, and I know how to find information, and I know how to talk on the phone with those nuances to get the right information. And I couldn't really find the right information. So how about these new visitors and newcomers and immigrants that don't know the system yet? It's so challenging to find information. And I called and I called. Then I did a live, Facebook Live. I kind of tried to reach out. I tweeted, I think, 12 journalists, and I sent a tweet to Mr. Jim Watson. He's the mayor of Ottawa, and I'm asking, what are we doing for newcomers during COVID-19? I want to thank Mr. Jim Watson from here for taking the time to answer me, and he directed me to an organization. Again, the nuances, we have to be careful when we advocate for newcomers and immigrants. In my case, I am out there advocating for those professionals, but I think there is a language barrier where we say newcomers, people just assume it's people who are fleeing war, who are broken. And yes, okay, we have this organization that gives free food, and this organization who gives clothing, and this is great, but this is a specific need and that I'm targeting here. So the first live, I was a bit straight to the point, and I actually called them the forgotten, and I couldn't accept that they are the forgotten. They should not be forgotten. This COVID-19 is a true test, and it is a great opportunity that we all come. Nobody should stay behind, no one. And so the live went, and a lot of people shared, and some organization reached out. OCISO, I want to thank them as well for reaching out, and they're also, I think for now, these are the right organization for newcomers to reach out to. There are Ottawa-based, but Ontario as well. I don't know if they're Canadian-wide, but at least I know for Ontario and Ottawa. Then I went up with a second live just to be positive and show that it's not Canadian of us to forget about anybody. Canada is a beautiful country, as I called it, my mother. Why? Because it has love, it has compassion and support. And I did want it to go on a live video second day just to show that it's true. It is. Canadians are out there and they want to support. And then in the comments, there were a lot of people sharing their stories, they're newcomers and they feel lost. A lot of people reached out to me by messenger, and we had phone calls as well. And that made me think, okay, I think this is bigger than just finding information and a local organization. This is actually huge. This is bigger than I thought. This is a systemic issue. And we have an amazing prime minister. Why don't we voice our need? And I'm so grateful for people who shared. And just before our video, I checked, I was 20 signature away from 500 within one day. So I have faith that this petition is going to be heard, and somebody's going to see it, and somebody's going to want to give time to us. And hopefully we will reach good results, sustainable results.
Great. So you have the petition now out, and people started signing it. And after you get the number which you are satisfied with, you will take it somewhere.
Actually, the bigger it goes, the better. And when it goes big, and when we have many signature, a journalist will pick it up, and that's the next step. We want to get the media to see it, and how we will reach that level. is when people are sharing and when people are signing and encouraging our fellow, everybody who believes in this, and in justice, in social justice, in fairness. Everybody who believes in equality should feel that this is concerning him or her as well. This is not just for Canadians. This is for a principle. This is for individual values.
Okay, here we are carrying your voice, and it will reach thousands, even hundreds of thousands of people who are following our publications, our videos, our meetings, which we publish on YouTube and Facebook. And we hope you reach your goal sooner than later.
I am confident that we will. It's actually not only my goal. This is us goal. It's our goal. Anybody's goal. This is for the greater good. It's not just. I want to make sure that my message or the message I collected from this community. It's not that we want money. We want money because we're going through a crisis. This is COVID-19. They're living on their savings. The saving is going fast. We know how life is so expensive. They brought money, but it's going fast for so many families, but they don't have a plan B, and they're going through a lot of stress and a lot of turmoil, and they want to know, okay, what's next? Is the economy going to pick up? Are they going to find a job right after COVID-19? We don't know when COVID-19 is going to ever finish. We don't know that. So I am reaching out to governments of Canada to look at this and to give it its attention and to call for equality on all levels. There are newcomers and there are also students as well that are here. We bring students, but we want to keep them so that we can also hire them after and they can become Canadians after, right? So there's so many other communities. I chose to stay focused, but I'm sure the decision the government will make, it'll have a greater positive impact on the majority of a society. So I'm confident that with your support and with your viewers' support, we will reach and we will be heard.
Great. So is there anything else to say other than we will publish the link for your petition?
Yes, please do that.
Okay, that will follow, the end of this video, and I hope we reach, the goal by telling people everything to know about this petition, why you are introducing it, and the case. You have exhibited your case.
Can I add something? It is coming from the heart. Is that okay?
Yes, you can say yes.
Okay, so I want to talk to each one of this community right to them and eye to eye. Please hang in there. Please tap into your internal voice and strength and believe in yourself. The fact that you took the hardest decision ever to leave everything behind and to come to a country that has amazing reputation in the world. It is the truth. It's just the timing is bad right now, but this is also a great test for you, for your family, and for your inner strength. Please, I'm asking you, Canada wants you to stay. Canada needs you. We are here and we will make a difference. And I want to please call on your strengths right now. Stay positive. There is no space for negativity. Just stay positive and stay focused on that dream. And you came here for a reason, maybe for your kids, maybe for your education, maybe for your family, maybe for change. Please stay with that image and stay with that goal. This too shall pass, and life, it'll be better right after. We're here for you. I think Mr. Hamad and his network, we're advocating for justice. We're advocating to support you better, but we need your help. We can't do this ourselves. We need you to stay with us. We need you to stay positive and to give us ideas, and let's work on this together. This is a team effort. Thank you so much. I hope you can feel my words, and I hope you believe it. and you adopt it. Thank you.
Thank you, Hanan. Thank you for this interview, and I hope your voice will reach everywhere. Have a good night.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmad.